Welcome back to the BSL. I'm Derek Danger. Together with me is Cookie. We already had one match which went like 1-1 between Žalgiris eSports and Keep Yourself Live, and now we're heading into the second match of the evening, which is going to be Imantas 5 versus Falcon eSports.
Yeah, and for Imantas 5 we have Godlux in the top lane, Holmes Master in the jungle, Face in middle lane, Fabi ADC and Rutsko in support.
And Falcon eSports is going to be represented by Acidi on top lane, Telgen mid lane, Arlight on the bottom side, Datium bottom lane, and Infrix, as the support. Both teams are 9 and 5 in their match records, and we are already jumping right into the champion select. So Imantas 5 on the blue side. So what do you think? What are we going to see from Imantas 5 here?
The bans? Yeah, the Trundle ban, as Telgen has been playing that a lot. I expect maybe Jax to be banned out as well, as Telgen has had a strong showing on him as well. And then maybe something in the top lane, something like Ornn or Sion.
And well, Evelyn banned, so they don't want to see. They're smarter than the rest of the teams who let one game of Evelyn through. But this time we won't see that. Vladimir banned, so our light won't have that pleasure in this matchup. And well, so mid lane target bans. We get Vladimir, we get Yasuo. Now are we going to get the second Eddie carry target ban, since we get one for jungle, one for mid lane. Now Kaiser banned on the side of Imantas 5. Will we see the Caitlyn here, or maybe something different?
They could ban out Caitlyn, as I think if it's left open then they would pick it, but they ban out Swain instead, so that Godlux won't pick it up in the top lane. And I think it's a good ban. And now I expect that Caitlyn should be first pick for Fabi, so that he could have a good matchup in the bot lane. But we don't really know what they will go for. They could go for a jungler, but not with this Xayah instead.
And Fabi has played a lot of Xayah. Rutsko really likes the engaged supports. He's played a lot of Alistar. I don't think we've seen much of Rakan, but if they wish to go for that, it's pretty open, since Falcon eSports will definitely not pick it away from him.
Or they could, we don't know yet. We saw Team Conflict Gaming go Rakan Caitlyn, I think it was, or Rakan Tristana. Yeah, Rakan Tristana against Real Gaming. So, but the Jax is picked up for most likely Telgen in the jungle, so he'll have a skirmishing jungler. And what we've seen against Imantas 5 is that you want to, if you can shut down Holmes Master and not allow him to get the early ganks, then he usually can snowball, and then Imantas 5 seem kind of lost, as they can't really get an advantage anywhere.
And well, if the Sion is locked in, that pretty much says to Homeless Master that he should not pick up the Kha'Zix, since it's pretty terrible to go Kha'Zix versus nearly full tank matchups. Now, the Sion pick could go to Acidi, could also go to Arlet, since we've seen a lot of Sion mid lately.
Yeah, in the European Masters, Sion mid has been really good, and it does seem like they're going to pick up the Morgana in the support role against Rakan. I think it's a pretty good pickup against them, but Alistar is also really good. And what else is really good against Rakan? Tam Kench, those safe supports.
And well, from the blue side, yeah, we got Karma on mid lane. That's pretty much confirmed unless Godlux plays Karma top lane. And Rakan as the support. Now going into the second phase of bans, we see Nidalee banned. So further focusing down Homeless Master. Now will we see, well, the old skirmishing gods were like Trundle, Jax, and the third one was Shyvana. We might even see that, or maybe Homeless Master, he's playing a lot of different champions. He could pick up the Udyr if he wants to. Be really annoying with all the stuns and the mobility he has. But I doubt it.
Yeah, and for Falcon eSports, we still need the ADC and mid lane pickup. They did ban out the Vladimir and they picked the Karma. These are the two mid laners we've seen RI play recently. And a Victor ban as well, so targeting Arwight's champion pool a bit. interesting to see what he'll be able to pull out.
And I think that for Imantis 5, they will probably go for something like Warwick, and Warwick still left open. Homeless Master loves the champion. Warwick and Gnar would be I think the most perfect pickups for these particular players.
And we have Talia picked up for Arlight, so he'll look to roam around the map a lot, try and put a lot of pressure around the map, and yeah, it can also push in the mid lane really well, so pretty good against Karma.
And the AD carry left for last. They really want to see the whole composition. And well, Shyvana and Warwick hovered. One of them are going to get locked in, and it is the Shyvana here.
Yeah, so Karma really benefits the skirmishing type of junglers, as she can give the Ardent Sensor buff and the shield movement speed to the skirmishing junglers, and they just run down and go anywhere they want to.
Yeah, well, a Nasus cover from Rutsko. Will we see the Nasus on top lane again? I doubt it, but it could be a possibility.
And it is Fiora in the top lane.
It is Fiora on the top lane, and that is a pretty scary comp. With Shyvana and Fiora on the one team, could really just plow down the enemies one by one. And after 30 minutes, it's pretty rough going against the Fiora.
Yeah, now we'll finally see what AD is going to pick him up, pick himself up as an ADC, and it is Tristana.
So it seems like after yesterday's day, where Ojin played for a game and picked up Tristan, so Tristana is the hot new thing everyone wants to play like Forgiven. They did not win that game though.
Yeah, they did not manage to win that. But a really interesting composition from Imantis 5. We don't usually see them play this style. Usually they go with the 1-3-1 and just try and give face and go to the winning matchups in the solo lanes and just try and split push the game.
And well, as the players are loading in, we'll take a short break, after which the first game between Imantis 5 and Falcon eSports will take place.
You spray, you trip. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.
Welcome back to the BSL, and we are in the first game between Mantis 5 and Falcon eSports. Now, it's going to be pretty interesting since I want to see, I think the whole game is going to revolve around Godux and what he can do on the Fiora, since if he can get ahead of the, Cyan, he should be able to take this game single-handedly. But to counter that, I don't know how that happens, but Teogen is really great with all the roams he gets, and always gets a kill or something.
Yeah, and what I want to see is what Fabian Ruska will be able to do on the ball and how much pressure they'll be able to put out. As what I see is that Falcon eSports have this kind of late gaming composition with a lot of pick comps, a lot of pick opportunities, while Imantas 5 need to get an advantage in the early game to really start doing something.
Well, Deity and Infrix should be careful against the Zai Rakan bot lane, but on the scaling side of things, well, except for the top lane, which goes to Imantas 5 heavily, the rest of the teams, I think, is pretty much even, something like that. And yeah, jungle will be a snowbally matchup as well, since both junglers really want to do the same thing, but Jax is, I don't know, Jax is just really good against auto-attacking enemies.
Yeah, and already in an early fight, we're facing and are paneling it out. Both of them won't land any skills, so just trading without attacks, as Deity and Infix did not have to reach for their jungler, so they had the early push in. And they'll be able to get a bit of a slight lead there.
Well, they're going in onto Deity. Ignite gets popped. Deity will have to flash away. Heal's still up. Now Fabi flashes forwards, but will they get the kill? And they get the first blood for Fabi. So Infrix and Deity really not respecting the aggressive level 1 from Zyra Khan.
The all-in potential that can come out from that. And yeah, even though they didn't have to reach for the jungler, still managed to just didn't respect the all-in, and that is going to cost them a lot, as they had to use both of his summoners and still died. But now Fabi doesn't have both of his summoners, and Rutsko doesn't have Ignite.
But they will just back off and the wave will push into them. So it's pretty rough. 4 CS for 16 and the first blood in favor of Fabi. So he'll go for an interesting start, like long sword, boots and some pots. I would say that in this case you can just freely go for the call.
Yeah, Homeless Master is going to steal away the Krugs from Falcon eSports. And what we've seen is that Jurgen always has the same clear. I think he has the same clear every single game. So if you just scout it out a bit, you will be able to spot out what he does every game, and you could be able to counter that.
And yeah, well, Faison reactively putting down the ward a couple seconds before Teogen goes there. So yeah, they pretty much know where he is right now.
Yeah, but Teogen is looking to roam around. He's going to most likely run into Homeless Master. Or will he? He should. Yeah, Homeless Master is going to his Krugs. Teogen wants to turn him away.
He might get collapsed on. Zrutsko is already there. The knockup comes true. Now Counter-Strike will stun a Homeless Master, and well, Teogen in trouble. Savage has to flash away. The Black Shield will save him from the snare, and he gets away, but at what cost?
He had to use his flash, and from this early start, Homeless Master will get the early advantage there. So it's going to be interesting to see how they can keep snowballing the lead that they have acquired. Have been able to counter all of, I would say, Falcon eSports moves right now. So really good from them, as Faison is looking to deal a lot of damage to Arwai, and he is going to get the ult Q on Arwai pretty well now in mid lane.
And on bot lane, Deity getting the kill on Fabi, jumping in on Rutsko. Rutsko flashes away. And well, a turnaround on bot lane.
Yeah, Fabi, I guess, did forget that Infect still has his Ignite, so they managed to get the kill onto him, and that is going to just cost him a bit of minions, a bit of experience under the turret. So basically an even bot lane, I would say now, for both of the teams, as top lane.
And yeah, top lane. I haven't seen Fiora with Conqueror yet, but I guess that it's much more bullshit than it was before. Because Fiora with all the true damage previously was like already bonkers now. Now with Conqueror combined with that, maybe it's an overkill, maybe it doesn't add up that much, but we can see the first clear bus, the first recall versus Cyan is usually the hardest, and they're pretty much even.
Yeah, was able to go even in this lane and gaining a lot of damage actually to Osity, but is going to get the stun damage onto him, gets knocked up. As Faison also using TP mid lane, wants to keep the pressure up there. And doesn't want to just fall behind and keep Arlight mid lane, but Arlight does have ultimate now. He could go and try to do something.
And well, Teogen will get caught out again, but Arlight's there to assist him. So pretty aggressive Raptor attempts from Teogen. Tries to get the most of his clears. And yeah, we'll have level 6 after the red buff probably.
Yeah, and Deity gets a ward on the red buff, so they'll know where Homeless Master is. As the vision for both of the teams is pretty equal. Both have the red side jungle ward out pretty well. But yeah, Deity and Infex now respecting
And now the first Drake is Infernal Drake, and as Tailgain's on top side, they're just going to rush it. 4 people on the Drake, and there's nothing. Well, I don't think that Infrix and AT will be enough to even try to steal it.
And that is going to be the Infernal Drake going on to them. Now, Homeless Master has ultimate, so now he'll be able to start trying and ganking somebody, as it's pretty hard pre-level 6 to gank anybody, as Shyvana, as you don't really have any CC. So now having that ultimate will be able to try and collapse onto somebody.
Now they know where Homeless Master is though, so he'll have to be careful not to get baited in. He walked through the Dry Brush, which was warded at the moment, and Tailgain's sticking around just for counter ganking in case his team needs his assistance. Other than that, both Shyvana and Jax can just farm. Both of them are great farming junglers, really benefit from the gold and scale well into the late game.
Yeah, and Acidy has been able to kind of keep Fiora under her turret for meanwhile, and not really, yeah, just poking it out against each other, not getting any kills yet, and the junglers haven't been visiting that lane as well. But as Shyvana now is top side, she could go and try and gank Acidy there.
Now, Faison trying to just push in. Arlight, the seismic shove almost hits the movement speed from the shield, was a little bit too much for the seismic shove to hit. Acidy going in for the vision, and Homeless Master goes in. There's going to be Tailgain and Faison assisting him, as Acidy still has the ultimate. Goes in, Homeless Master has to flash away. Faison flashed away as well. Gets seismic shoved, but nothing else gathered.
Yeah, and Arlight and Faison now looking to deal as much damage to each other as they can, but Faison does seem like he's going to win the trade in the end.
And they will go for the top lane, maybe even top lane third, since Weaversval is on cooldown. Acidy does have the blue buff somehow. How did that happen?
So he stole it away from
and on bot lane, All In goes in. The Black Shield will protect from charm from Grand Entrance.
Yeah, so the All In did not work out for now, and both of the laners will just go back to farming. As if you can if Morgana can get the Black Shield onto a target that Rutsko is going to try and engage, then they should be pretty safe in this lane. But yeah, for now, both of them just going to farm it out, as both of the junglers are still trying to get their items and trying to get as much gold as they can.
Second Drake is going to be Mountain Drake, so a big switch up from first series. Rutsko eats a binding and a couple of damage and a bit of damage, but Deity takes damage in response. So trading back and forth, it seems like bot lane is pretty interesting. Mid lane is a wave clear war, pretty much, with a couple of poke here and there. Now, Homeless Master is looking for something, will get spotted by the vision ward. Now, someone could get cornered here. Arlight has to flash away.
Yeah, flashes away from there, but the Rutska now in a bit of trouble, but he does use the flash to get to safety, and that is a summoner out of him. So Tegan could try and revisit that lane to get a kill there, but most likely will not happen. Top lane has been pretty quiet. Both of them just the junglers not really visiting there.
But that's benefiting Imante's 5 side, since of course Cyan did get to Bramble West, which is pretty hard to counter for Fiora, and well, Faison getting really low, and Arlight's going to pick up the kill.
Yeah, and now Godok's in trouble, but is going to jump from...
And they're going to dive him probably. They're sticking around. No one can assist him right now. Acidy is pushing in the waves, and well, the parry comes in a little bit too early from Godux.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Homeless Master tried to gank bot lane, but did not manage to get it successfully. Did pop Infrix's flash, so they have something. But nothing too much going on there, as yeah, the first bot turret goes top lane, and they are going to be able to get the first bot turret top lane, and Fabi and Risco are looking to maybe answer that with the bot lane turret, but for now won't be able to do it.
And well, after this, Fiora will have a longer lane to farm. That's probably the only positive side here, but it could be the one that actually leans the game, because if Fiora can get to like 2 items, 3 items perfect would be perfect, but 2 items just enough, and she goes in, puts down the ultimate. Acidy getting really low, the ultimate gets popped by the 4th stack, and Godux gets the kill on Acidy. Acidy stuck around a little bit too long, tried to go for the Gromp, he got the Gromp, but Godux got the kill.
And that is pretty big for Fiora, as she needs all the gold she can get for now. And Arland is looking to maybe roam bot lane, but Fabi and Risco did just recall, so you'll just have to stay mid lane. As Selgen again looking to gank Faison, but there is a pink ward in that brush, so nothing that the Selgen will be able to do about it. Just clear vision and go farm.
And now bot lane, after the first couple of kills, has been pretty quiet. Mountain Drake is up, and Telgen plus Deity already started it. But they pulled it out. Will they be able to take it? Almost Master is pretty close there, does not have the flash though, and he goes in with the blast plant. Will try to attempt the steal, and he gets the Drake. He gets the Drake and uses the ult over the wall. So a big win for Imantis 5.
Yeah, we're able to just steal away the Drake, so that's 2 Drakes for Imantis 5 now, and just with the clutch ultimate was enough to save him there. The bind from Influx did not land onto him, so yeah, just an easy, quick, just some 007 type stuff there, getting in, getting out with everything he needed to.
And 2 Drakes already in the pocket for Imantis 5, and it's pretty rough now for Falcon eSports, since the next Drake that is coming up is going to be Cloud Drake, and yeah, that's not going to benefit that much for Falcon eSports in comparison of Inferno plus Mountain.
Yeah, and the game is back up. Both the teams still looking for something. Acidy wanted to steal the blue buff away again. Is going to just stand against Faison there, not allowing him to pick up the blue buff as freely as he would want to.
And now Telgen is spotted in the red side jungle. For Imantis 5 side, Fabi and Rutsko already playing it more careful. They are looking for a dive, but it should not work out. But Fabi's, for some reason, he's a little bit too deep there. Now Grand Entrance plus quickness comes in. Wilder turns around, a lot of damage coming down on them. Godux with the teleport, 5-man on bot lane. Deity gets the kill, and they will get the turret as well, as Homeless Master is taking the Red Herald. Why did we see the teleport from Godux there?
I guess they thought that because of the big play from Fabi and Rusco, they could have turned the fight around, but did not manage to do so. The Rift Herald is picked up, and the top lane turret most likely will fall as well. But it does seem like the tier 2 turret for bot lane is going to fall.
And well, Telgen in trouble. Counter-Strike comes down, but he's still alive. He's still alive. And yeah, 2 turrets picked up on the bot lane.
Yeah, and Imantis 5 now looking to, Homeless Master now looking to get that top lane tier 1 turret, and is going to do it with no problems. But will he continue pushing the wave? He has Herald, but no, he will not.
And after all this, Imantis 5 2k behind, but they have the scaling from Fiora and the Infernal Drake to back it up. Fiora with the Ravenous Hydra already is looking to get the Black Cleaver now, or maybe even go for Trinity Force.
Yeah, and I would say the later this game goes, the more it favors Imantis 5, as they have the Karma in the middle lane. Zaya and Shyvana will be able to do whatever they want to in this game.
And well, can Godux 1v1 Acidy now? It seems like for now, not yet, as he still needs the Sheen. Yeah, to really start damaging the Cyan.
But Falcon eSports is looking to make a play in the jungle, in the eMans 5 jungle. The bind lands on the Homeless Master, but they will not continue the play. They will just fall back, try and clear vision. But that is about it. As Acid is trying his hardest to defend, the bot lane turret is pretty low.
Well, Acid in trouble. Fiora still has the grand challenge, so I don't know if he should just stay there. But a fight on the blue side jungle, everyone's going to survive. But no, Rootsko dead now. Deity going in on Faison. Deity will not be able to get through all the shields there. But yeah, 1-0 in favor of Falcon eSports.
Yeah, and they're going to start with 1-3-1 push with Deity mid, with RY top and SD bot lane. Want to get all the farm for their carries, all the farm that they can, but the Reaver's wall comes out, but as Faison was quick enough to fall back, but that is going to be the mid lane turret falling. And those are going to be four turrets.
Faison still sticking around. He should be careful, but Fabi's there to back him up. Yeah, mid lane turret falls there as well, and 4-for-1 turret lead for Falcon eSports.
Yeah, and it's really hard for Godux to do anything against the Sion, as he can really clear the waves really easily under the turret. So he has been kind of stuck now, hasn't been able to do too much damage to the turret. I would say that he would have to try and freeze and have a really big wave come in.
But he doesn't need to take the turret set, he just needs to farm, and sooner or later he'll just be able to dive the Sion under the turret. So I don't know if Godux should force anything here. It's pretty hard to freeze the wave with a Hydra. As we all know, he just needs to, yeah, he automatically pushes like Tristana, but only on a melee champion. So let's see, Homeless Master was bot lane. Acidy got away safely without even using the ultimate. And yeah, they're going for turret. The Rift Hero put down a bot lane, and Acidy cannot defend us. Now Grand Challenge comes in, Acidy flashes away, and will they get the turret? Godux flashes forwards and does not get the proc down. Now Homeless Master wants to run away. Still jumps onto Acidy, but a little bit of overextension, and Telgang with the double kill.
And middle and Fabi is in trouble. He's going to fall as Rutsko and Faison are just trying to back off.
And Deity, Buster shutting them away, but has the jump if he wants to get it. Kills one and gets the other kill. 3 kills in this last minute for Telgan, and that's an ace for Falcon eSports.
Yeah, we're able to ace eMantis 5, and they are going to pick up the Cloud Drake as well. And a big turnaround for them is, yeah, in the bot lane I would say they forced it a little bit too much. I guess they thought that they can win the 2v2 fight. But if they would have just taken the turret and fall back, it would have been a lot better. And mid lane as well, I don't really know how the fight started, but pretty bad for Fabi, Rutsko and Faison, as yeah, they just all fell. And this is going to be a big momentum shift, as I would say the momentum was on eMantis 5 side, but now I think it has switched and Falcon eSports are in control of this game.
And the next objective on the line is going to be Baron. Infrix already going in, trying to clear the vision. They got 2 pink woods near the Baron. Are going to probably put down the third one, or maybe even look for a trap here.
Yeah, Infix might try and steal away the blue buff here. Will not be able to do it, or will he? No, no, he won't. As
well, Telgan might get caught out, but Black Shield will just negate all the damage going at him.
As Acidy now is in trouble on bot lane,
he has the ultimate though, so yeah, he'll just run away while yelling cowards. But well, he'll be back to fight another day.
And Deity is on top side, so he has to be careful from Rutsko's grand entrance. He has it up, but it doesn't seem like they are going to try and force anything there. They are just going to back off. As Falcon eSports are trying to get as much vision around Baron as they can.
Well, Telgan running in deep now. Homeless Master might get caught out. But, well, just forced out of his own jungle as Deity takes the Gromp.
And Falcon eSports have full control around Baron buff. So if something goes wrong, they will be just able to start it up, and they can take it pretty fast together with Tristana and Jax. They use the blasting plank over, and they do start the Baron.
Deity is not jumping in. The range is not enough for him to attack it over the wall. Now, while he humbly runs around the Baron, but he'll be dead in range. Now Rutsko has to use the grand entrance to run away. Will they contest this? Now Teogen super low, and Deity is already dead. Teogen might die from the Baron here. And yeah, Teogen flashes in and will fall from this. Homeless Master gets the Drake. Arlight should be the next one. Falling does not have this flash or anything. Puts down Seraph, and yeah, falls. Homeless Master picks that up as well. And what happened there? 3 kills plus Baron going to Imantis 5.
And again, the momentum just switches from Falcon eSports onto Imantis 5. The Baron call wasn't coordinated well enough.
I wouldn't say that it was bad. I would say that Deity was just a little bit too greedy here, since he could have just jumped over the wall and they would have rushed the Baron instantly, but he decided to walk around.
Yeah, I didn't want to use that rocket jump if a fight did break off, so he would still be safe. But I would say that it wasn't coordinated enough, as Deity was coming, and they could have just 4-man jumped over with the blasting plant and then start the Baron, but they did not do it, as only three of them jumped over, and that made Deity walk all around, and that wasted so much time for Falcon eSports. And now a 2k gold lead for Imantis 5. Let's see what they will be able to do with the Baron buff.
And we have a confirmation that Godex is going for the Trinity Falls on Fiora. Now, you do not need armor shred if like 80% of your damage is true damage. So that's a great champion. Now let's see. He still now he doesn't have the Sheen yet. He opted to take the Sheen as the last item. And Acidi is going to have a rougher and rougher time versus Godex as the game goes on.
Yeah, and already the Karma pick coming in strong, just able to give Fabi shields, and he just runs in and does so much damage to the targets as he has two items finished. Is looking to finish that Infinity Edge now.
And Fabi frontlining with Zaya. That's always nice to see. Now, what do you think? What does Falcon eSports need to do here to stay out the game?
I think they just don't want to force anything right now. Want to just clear the waves as much as they can. Most likely we'll have to give away this inhibitor and just stay without a bit, wait till the Baron ends, and then try and get some pickups.
Well, on bot lane, Acidi and Godex both flashing. And what happened there? It seems like Godex tried to chew a little bit more than he could. And well, almost mastered the next one online. Acidi doesn't have an ultimate or flash, so he should probably fall from this Frozen Mallet Shyvana. Now Viva as well, putting Homeless on the right side of the map, but Acidi just killing Homeless with his passive.
Yeah, but Fabi had to use his ultimate, so he hasn't that now. Grand Entrance is popped. Deity takes a lot of damage from Karma and will have to jump away, use a seal as well. And it doesn't seem like they will be able to continue this as Rutsko falls. But Fabi almost picking up another kill for himself. Godox is going to get that tier 2 bot lane turret and fall back. And that most likely is going to be the mid lane inhibitor turret falling as well.
And well, Arlight has to be careful as he dies from the feathers. Didn't manage to say it fast enough. There were like 3 or 4 feathers put down and he was just walking in with like 300 HP. You should not do that.
And the second Crowd Drake that has spawned is going to go for Imantis 5.
And well, we're going to have a 5 Drake game here, as Mountain Drake is going to be the next one. It seems like Falcon eSports was super unlucky with that 1 Drake they got. Since if Imantis 5 gets the second Mountain Drake, I don't see a way how Falcon eSports can come back from this. Fiora already with the Ravenous Hydra, with the Trinity Falls. now looking to get probably Bloodthirst or Death's Dance, something like that, and there will be nothing that Acid can do versus her. And even maybe Godox will be able to 1v2 from now on.
Yeah, it could be. As he is put in mid lane, he's going to be the mid lane player for them. As 4 players of Imantis 5 are on top side, they want to start 4-1ing this, using 4 members top lane and 1 member mid.
Well, yeah, middle lane inhibitor is open, so that makes sense to go for that, but Godox might be in trouble here. Goes in for Infrex, will he get it? Does not have the flash now. Infrex flashes away, and Godox might just die here, and he does. Deity picks up the kill. Meanwhile, Imantis 5 will pick up the turret on top lane.
Yeah, as Tergen is going to go out, is trying to get what he gets. Tergen is going to just fall there. Grand Entrance coming in, does get Deity there, and this could be the game-winning play from Imantis 5 as they get
double kill for Homeless Master, looking for triple. Arlet only man alive, and will he get it? He does. He gets the quadra kill, so 4 kills go down for Homeless Master on the Shyvana. And as you said, all Falcon eSports had to do was put Homeless Master down and they would have no win condition, but he got away back into the game.
Yeah, he found a way to get in this game, was able to counter Tergen's jungle path completely, and that is the win for Imantis 5.
And yeah, what a fast game from both of the teams actually, because we had, like, as you mentioned, like power shifts, that it was like a polar shifts more or less, like game going 4 times like back and forth, and we can see Fabi tried to like frontline for half of the game as he got a lead. They got the kill on bot lane, then they got killed. But then he stepped up with the Karma Shields, with the movement speed. He just went in, tried to deal some damage. Surprisingly, from Falcon eSports side, Acid with most damage, but he was just trying to, I don't know, probably half of that damage comes from Bramble West.
Yeah, it could be. And that was the game 1 of Imantis 5 versus Falcon eSports.
And we have to remind you that after the next game, we're going to have a quick interview, and we are giving away 1 2-day ticket to the Hypertown Riga Expo. And to participate in the giveaway, you just have to be active in the chat. Write something you liked about this game, write something you didn't like about this game, write what you would do as Falcon eSports to come back in the second game. Maybe some adaptation in the picks and bans, what you will do about that Fiora.
Yeah, so this was game 1. We'll be right back with game number 2.
You spray. You're stuck. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.
Welcome back to the BSL, and we are in the second Champions League between Falcon eSports and Imantas 5, and first game was pretty exciting. I expect nothing less from this one.
Yeah, as again, FLN ban comes out as the first one, and Trundle. I expect the bans to be the same.
Will we see the Fiora ban?
That's an interesting question, because I don't know. Maybe.
Because like Acidy was not able to take over the lane because Fiora, like, I wouldn't say heavily outscales, but well, she heavily outscales after 30 minutes. We did not get much past after this point. But yeah, Fiora already got the upper hand in lane. And what's going to be dead Blan?
Blam.
Blan. And it's going to be Blan.
Blam. And the third Blam is...
waiting for the last second, and that is Zaya. So, maybe Deity and Infrix had some problems on the bottom lane.
Didn't like that matchup against Zyra Khan, could be. I want to know if Falcon eSports are going to first pick the Karma. That's what I want to know.
They could first pick the Karma, but it would be pretty rough to play against. Well, I suspect that, Swain left open, so... what do you think? Which is going to be Acidy Swain and or Arlight Swain?
I think it's going to be Arlight Swain, but I'm not completely sure yet. I'd say it's Arlight Swain. That's my prediction.
And now I think that bot lane for month 5 will go for something like Jhin Alistar, since it has been pretty successful for them so far. They do not have the Yasuo to combo with that. But, well, Karma hovered, and it's going to be locked in.
And it's Karma, and it does seem like they're going to pick up Caitlyn as well.
So it could even be a bottom lane there.
Yeah, that could be a
really... Caitlyn, or going in even further, as Fabi liked to... Fabi showed that he can frontline the first game. They could go for Karma, Caitlyn, and Morgana, but Sivir picked up. So maybe the possibility of getting Morgana is still open.
Yeah, they could go for it if Falcon eSports do not pick it up right now. As, yeah, I don't know how the matchup of Swain Karma goes. I think it's I think it goes into Karma's favor.
Well, almost everything goes into Karma's favor, as she probably has no kill pressure on the Swain, but she can heavily outpush the Swain in the early game.
Yeah, as that is going to be most likely Swain in the mid, or maybe Swain top Sion mid. Could also happen.
Yeah, 2 flex picks here. It could also be Sion support.
Yeah, it could, or Swain support. It could work.
It could work somehow.
And Kaden is going to be picked up. So we still don't know the jungle pickup and the support pickup, most likely.
And Jax is still open if Homeless Master wants to pick it away from Telgen, since we haven't seen anything else from Telgen except for Trundle and Jax so far.
Yeah, they could go with those are the most popular junglers. I think Telgen's Sejuani, we haven't seen it here yet, but that's one of his also one of his pickups that he likes to play. We have a Swain, we have a Victor ban, so they don't really know if those champions still will go mid, I guess.
Well, after picking Fiora, they probably want to force Sion to go mid. But wait, what was that Victor ban there? Yeah, I completely agree with you. Maybe they're just trolling or confused themselves.
Maybe they didn't know what to ban, so they just banned out Victor. That's a safe.
Yeah, to send the message.
Yeah, but I would like if Imantas 5 would ban out Jax here. But I do ban out the Morgana.
So maybe they'll just go for Jax themselves. They have the Sivir and the Karma to really buff up the team fights. They could, I don't know, go for Taric as the support as well.
I liked how Homeless Master's Shyvana, and I think that if they would ban out Jax and pick up Shyvana, then that would be good. But as I think you could, like, if they pick up Jax, then maybe Falcon eSports will pick up the Shyvana.
Now there could be a really crazy teamfight composition with Taric and and probably the same Shyvana or anything else. But Taric plus Sivir plus Karma is just a menace, in the team fights. And well, that is going to be Karma mid, as the support is locked in, and that is the Braum.
So there's going to be a lot of items that you can buy. Like you can go, the Braum can go Knight's Vow, Zeke's Convergence, while Karma can go Ardent Sensor and Themes, and the Braum can also build Iron Slurry. So Sivir is going to be really big this game.
And it's going to be pretty hard closing out the game versus the Sivir as well, as it is a pretty strong pick, but Caitlyn has no pushover either. And the Jax is locked in, so as Homeless Master is the carry for Mantis 5, they're leaving the last pick for him.
Yeah, and I expect it's going to be the same Shyvana. He had a really good game and he was able to do a lot with the pick. I don't know what else they could go. They could go with Warwick, I guess. But I still think that Shyvana would be better, and Rakan picked up together with Caitlyn.
And that is interesting since, well, Caitlyn negates the Rakan's weaknesses in the early game, as Caitlyn is super strong. And Shaco Havard now almost used to be a Shaco one-trick, then he was a Shyvana one-trick. Now, will we see the Shaco? Shaco is a pretty menacing champion if you're playing against a good one.
Oh, Master,
and that is going to be Sejuani. But a crazy team fight come from Imantis 5 here. And I don't know if Falcon Esports can contest them in team fights. All they really can do is try to 1-3-1. But it is pretty good with Swain and Cyan and Caitlyn. So it's going to be pretty exciting. And as the players are loading in, we have to remind you that the giveaway for the Hypertown Riga tickets is ongoing. And to participate, well, write your thoughts about this Champion Select. What do you think? What's going to happen? Just comment on the game. And after this game, we're going to announce the winner who's going to get 1 2-day ticket for the Hypertown Riga Expo.
Yeah, so the players are loading in, and we'll be right back.
than the L. I want more G's 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 than the L. Go rap out till I black out.
Welcome back to the BSL, and we are in the game already between Falcon eSports versus Imantis 5. This is the second game, and let's see. And well, Imantis 5 grouping up, or they're going for an invade. They have the Braum, they have the Sejuani. Sejuani split it off for some reason, but they will be 4 people trying to, yeah, they will just invade.
Yeah, they do have the...
Infrax might be in trouble. The the mantra Q did not land from Facen, and they will just back off.
Yeah, they got a vision on the red buff. That's the only thing that they got from that invade, as Infrax didn't even use a spell. So the unlucky invade. I think usually against Braum it's better that the enemy team invades against you.
But no one invades except for Team Solomata.
Yeah, Team Solomata are the only ones. So if you play against Team Solomata, just pick Braum support and wait for them.
Braum, Scion, all those great picks. Karma as well is super good in level 1.
Yeah.
Since she deals so much damage with the mantra Q. And well, both junglers will start with the red buffs. Now it's going to be spotted by Imantis 5. The Tailgun started with red.
Yeah, and it does seem like they're going to try and cheese this. As yeah, Rutska and Fabi are sitting in the Tribushin. Will they get the first bot onto Deity?
And well, Pilto with Peacemaker is going to scout that out. A trade of Qs. no damage really going through. And well, Fabi, all he wants to do is just push, push, push as much as he can.
Yeah, and Sivir is a pretty good counter against Caitlyn. Yeah, she can spell shield all the traps, and gets a lot of mana through that, and has a lot of wave clear in the lane to just keep the lane pushed in. While Caitlyn usually wants to be the one that pushes in the wave, so we'll see how the players can play this one out. This Balkan eSports are going to get to level 2 faster, but yeah, Emails 5 back off quickly enough to not get punished by that.
And I want to see the adaptation in top lane for Acidy. Will he be able to do better in this game than previous versus GOEXANIMO? As it is the same matchup on top lane, only the sides switched.
Yeah, and already Homeless Master is balling looking for a fast gank. Is he going to Rootscope?
And a flash Q from Rootscope, but he's going to fall there, will he? Guardian goes down, and first blood goes to Infrix. Now Deity in trouble, but Teleport comes down from Arlight, and they will not get anything. Heal comes down, Homeless Master flashes away, uses the E, and yeah, a failure of a first gank as Deity and Infrix just turns it around.
Yeah, they forced it a little bit too much. A good react from Arlight had the TP. Facing already also roamed down and was able to help out if it was needed, but yeah, the Ignite was enough. Heal, I would say, wasn't enough to help out Rizko survive that. Those are 2 summoners off of him. Fabi doesn't have heal now. Still has the flash, so will be pretty safe there. Tilgen has been able to full clear his own jungle and is going to gank top lane now.
Tilgen will get a flank, the gank on GOEXANIMO. Now, one spell gets spell shielded, the second one, well, GOEXANIMO will just flash away. Will try to turn, does not hit the Whitetail though. So, he'll just recall.
In the trade on mid lane, Arlight trying to trade against Faison, but yeah, it worked out nicely for him. Was able to zone him off of going deeper into his wave. As yeah, Deity, Fabi and Rusko are still keeping the push pretty big. Deity and Infix will have to farm under the turret.
And Fabi taking the pilt of his Peacemaker, forgot to use the spell shield, so he takes a lot of damage. On mid lane, as predicted, Faison has the upper edge in the push early game. Has to be careful not to get snared and maybe ganked by Telgen, but other than that, he will have a free way to like level 8.
Yeah, Homeless Master with a quick invade gets the Raptor, steals the Raptors away. Telgen will get his Krogs and then maybe look for a gank bot lane, but there is vision in the Tribush, so they will spot him out. Oh, he places a pink ward.
And well, Homeless Master will find Telgen as he uses the Blast Plant to get over the wall now. Homeless Master does not have the flash and he has to be careful, no way out for him. And he will die. Infrix gets the second kill, so 2 kills on the spot already.
100 kill participation for him. Has been able to roam around and get the kills that he needs to. Fabi and Rutsko aren't pretty healthy now. Deity just getting 3 auto-attacks onto them. And this time the early game does seem to go in favor of Falcon eSports.
And well, Fabi in a rough situation right now, as he really wants to recall, but he will not be let, and he walks into the trap, and he will die. He will die. Didn't use the flash build of his Peacemaker, securing the kill, and a big wave will crash into the turret. That's disastrous for Emancipy bot lane.
Yeah, and that's just going to cost them a lot that's just going to cost them a lot of golden XP just wasted to the turret. Well, Rizko will get some soul experience, so he'll have some early levels. But yeah, other than that, that is what they want to do. As I don't see how they could try and kill Fiora in this game.
Well, she has no flash, but after level 6 it's going to be pretty rough. Now they have both level 6. Sion still has the upper edge, but Faison's there for gank. Now the ultimate is going to get stopped. Faison flash, well, Acidy flashes away. And well, GOEXANIMO is looking for something, a little bit of damage, but only flash burned. Now Arlight's there for roam. will he get anything from this?
Now he'll just go back to mid lane. FaZe will most likely back off, yeah, and go. Will have to use his TP. So not really using that summoner spell to its fullest potential there, as they would have liked to get a gank, maybe TP gank bot lane.
And talking about TPs, TP used on mid lane for FaZe. Now he has two amplifying tombs, and he's looking to just farm up his first item.
Yeah, Teogen, this time Teogen and Infix are going to be the ones that will pick up the first drag, but that is only an ocean, so not as great as an Infernal Drake would have been.
Yeah, compared to first game, it's not that good, but it's pretty good with all the poke that needs. And well, Arlight flashes in, gets the snare, but nothing more or less. Well, nothing more than that. Asdi on bot lane as well used the teleport, and they will go for the first turret on bot.
Yeah, and Teogen is trying to steal away the bull buff. Mosaka will be able to do it, as I don't see how they could try and stop him. First blood turret, it will be picked up, and Infix and Caitlyn, Infix and Daddy will both go just top lane and try and get that for themselves.
And with Caitlyn with an early edge, you just want to group around her. Teogen should just follow her together with Infix, just pick one turret after another, and in that way you can just end the game faster than Fiora and Sivir can scale.
Yeah, and that's basically the race that they are participating in right now. They want to finish the game before they run out of energy, if you would want to say it like that.
Well, I would say that they have like 15 minutes or something, since Sivir is quite behind. She needs 2 items to start wave clearing effectively. She needs Essence Reaver and, well, even Static Shiv would work here, as only thing she needs is wave clear and to stall out the late game, very late game.
Yeah, and Daddy will be able to deal a lot of damage to the top lane turret already, as Fabi and Rutzko were late to the roam, and that is the turret will not fall most, or will it? No,
it will probably. It should fall. The next wave's coming in,
it will fall.
And they are committing to it. And yeah, 2 turret lead already, 9 minutes in, and that's Caitlyn for you. Now, Homeless Master is around in case some action would happen, but yeah, the Falcon eSports are just going through the checklist. They'll go from one turret to another. Probably mid lane should be the following one.
Well, they want to pick up Rift Arrow before they go mid, so that's going to be their next objective. Most likely, yes, Teogen already is going to that top side as well. We'll pick that. We'll pick up Rift Herald and then open up mid lane.
And Arlight is pinged. Well, not Arlight, but FaZe rather. And FaZe just runs away from the Swain's Nevermore.
Yeah.
Or is it Vision of Empire? It's Vision of Empire.
Vision of Empire, as the Rift Herald is going to fall right now. Deity is going to roam top to pick up the wave that has crashed in the top lane, and that should be also the mid lane turn falling now. As yeah, and engage onto FaZe, and FaZe will use his flash, but yeah, that's going to save him a bit. Teogen now wants to pop. The Rift is going to start doing it as a solo, well, not a solo kill, but as they kill Asdi.
And well, Asdi wants some revenge. Pretty annoying sign after he dies. Now Rift Herald will be enough to get through the Karma's early wave clear, and they get the first tier of turrets. Rutzko has the ball, uses his ultimate and will get away.
And the Falcon is
they're pushing further.
Yeah, looking for the second turret. Will they be able to do it? Rutzko falling pretty low, but Arlight's
taking a bit too much damage and FaZe secures the kill.
And Sivir comes in on the hunt. Will they be able to pick up any kills?
They might as well turn. The surround spell shield comes in, so Fabi is not knocked up, but they do not have the resources to commit to the fight.
Yeah, and those are 2 kills going for Iman's 5, 1 on SD and 1 on Arlight. Arlight being a bit too ambitious there on mid lane, tried to bite off more than he could chew, and that resulted in his death.
And now the next Drake's coming up in 140, and it's going to be a Cloud Drake. So who would have guessed? We've gotten a lot of Cloud Drakes today. This is probably going to be like the 8th one in 4 games.
Yeah, something like that.
So not the best RNG if you're Falcon eSports.
But we've gotten different Drakes as well. I think we've gotten all the Drakes today.
Yeah, we've gotten all of them.
Yeah.
Now this was the first Ocean Drake we've gotten today.
Yeah, I think so. Oh no, I think in Keep Yourself Alive versus
Yeah.
Shuggers there was one as well.
In second game.
Yeah, and Facing now in trouble in the middle and doesn't have flash now. Gets CC'd by.
He'll get
Grand
slowly
Entrance.
killed probably, but he uses the W and the shields, and Rutsko comes in for the save. If Facing needed one, Facing can handle this on his own, and now Arlight might be the next one collapsed down, but Teleport from Asdi already comes in.
Yeah, so that will be cancelled, but they are going to try and push in mid lane as one of their main wave queries has backed off. There should be a free tier 2 turret for Falcon eSports.
And it's pretty annoying for Godux as well on the Fiora, as he really wants the 1v1, but the base is cracking open turret by turret, and well, he just needs some time, and his team is so far behind that they couldn't even attempt a team fight here.
Yeah, but engage onto Inflex. The ultimate comes out from Homeless Master, but does not land onto anyone. Swain is going to be the one to answer the split push from Godux, and Falcon eSports are going to fall back and not call it quits.
Yeah, well, 4-1 lead still. Falcon eSports had a really accelerated start. Now the game is going to slow down a little bit as there's still 6 more minutes till the Baron. Until then, I doubt that the inhibitor is going to pop. And 6 more minutes is what this Sivir needs to get her first items.
Yeah, the Cloud Drake is up, so they could start. Falcon eSports could go for that. Sivir and Brawl missed top, so it should be an easy pickup for them. Yeah, Telgin does start it. Homeless Master is recalling, so that is going to be a free Drake for Falcon eSports as well. Deity pushing in mid lane, trying to set up a wave to go there maybe. But yeah, Karma's wave query is just too big for Falcon eSports to do anything about that.
And finally, the next Drake is going to be Inferno Drake, unless Mans5 does something magical here in the following minutes. It should go for Falcon eSports, but those are still 6 minutes, so who knows?
Yeah, what can happen in 6 minutes?
There could be another Baron, well, not another Baron still, but a Baron still coming through. And well, everyone's grouping around bot lane. Fabi will go to top lane to just wave clear against this Sion.
Yeah.
Since I don't know if Sion can dive her. He shouldn't have, in theory. That shouldn't happen.
Yeah, but and Fabi wants all the farm that he can get right now, as he needs those items to start dealing a lot of damage in team fights, so that the bouncing blades can crit Deity and Arlight, and well, mostly Deity.
Arlight's going to be in the front line anyways.
Yeah. Infex got out by Holmes, but is just going to be able to jump over the wall with ease, no problems there.
With the grand exit.
With the grand exit. And Acidy is going to, will have to just play it safe. Won't be able to do too much on top, and he can't really 1v2 Fabi and Rusko now.
Well, the Scatling is so strong already with the Infinity Edge, with the Berserker Greaves. Zeal, trying to get the Zeal item finished, probably Static Shiv, or even could go for the Rapid Fire Cannon for that poke and siege potential.
Yeah, and Baron is gonna be up in 4 minutes, so that is ways to go to get to that that objective. As the game is going to stale a bit, as nobody can really do anything now.
Well, they will probably get bottom tier 2 right now, as Falcon eSports are the first ones to rotate. and it's pretty hard for them to defend. But another missed ultimate comes through from Homeless Master.
Yeah, and Fabian Risco started to roam bot side, so Ashley and Telgen could try and pick up that.
And well, Homeless Master might fall here. Ace in the hole comes down, and it's going to be tanked by Homeless Master.
Yeah, and still the Falcon Esports are looking to finish that turret. We'll have to wait for the next wave to come, as Fabian Risco don't have too much problems acquiring the waves against Sion. And will they be able to do it in this wave? As they should be able to, I guess. But yeah, Karma will Karma be able to wave clear enough? I don't think so.
And well, Grand Entrance plus quickness comes through. GOEX has to flash away, and the turret is still alive. It takes Falcon Esports longer than it should. Faison with a Mantra W tries to heal up and is successful. They just do not have the damage yet to kill members from Mantis 5 yet, and it's going to get only harder for them as the game goes on.
Yeah, and Telgen went on to Fabi, but was not able to get the stun off, and is going to take the red buff away. And they are going to start pushing in the bot lane inhibitor turret, as a lot of damage goes on to Homeless Master, and he is going to be able to survive. But the
shields and the heals, there's just too much.
Yeah.
Now they got to bottom tier 2. They have 5 turrets. The last turret is the top lane one, also super low. So they might even just recall, go for the turret, meanwhile get the vision in the topside jungle, and then they will be already prepared for the Baron plays.
Yeah, Falcon Esports now might want to look for that Baron as well, yeah. As I would say they should put Swain on the bot side, as he is the only one that has TP. But maybe maybe Ashley's TP is going to come off cooldown when Baron spawns up, but I don't think so.
Well, it's going to be close. Worst case scenario, he can just run through the river with Unstoppable Onslaught and be there if his team needs them. But they can also wait for his teleport and not start the Baron beforehand.
Yeah, Telgen picked up the red buff, so they won't give it to Deity. As he right now is level 11, has a lot of CS on him as well.
Acid is going to contest the blue buff. Will he get it? He does not. Faison with the bluff plays, did not attack the blue buff, just wanted to get Acidy's burst out first.
Yeah, and Baron spawns in 15 seconds. Doesn't seem like none of the teams are going to try and go for it. Infex just being as annoying as he can, poking everybody, and Telgen goes on to Homeless Master. The stun goes through.
Is going to stun him, but there's a stun in response now. Homeless Master getting lower, lower. Ace in the hole comes down, and Deity gets it with his ultimate now. GOEX is going to be the next one online, and he is going to fall. Double kill comes down from Deity, and that should be the bottom lane inhibitor.
Could be, but still Karma and Severus is alive. That's the wave clear. If the two of them can just try and wave clear the minions, they should be fine. But the TP from Arlight comes in to save one minion, and that is going to be the turret, most likely the inhibitor as well. 5 seconds on to Homeless Master, so when he spawns in, they could try and go for the all-in play, but a lot of damage comes in as Fabi almost
still alive. Fabi flashed away. Now, what can they do here? They have a massive Swain to fight. Everyone just gets rooted and pulled backwards.
Yeah, and the inhibitor does fall in 20 minutes. Falcon Esports are just going to fall back now, most likely. But Infernal Drake is up, so they want to pick that up for themselves, and that is going to be their third Drake if they go for it. But yeah, and the Imans 5 can't really answer the play with anything as their members are dead.
They just have to get gold, gold, and gold on the Sivir, on this Fiora, on everything. So far, I don't think they can even like 4v5 or even 3v5 if there's like Arlight and Telgen. Well, 5v3.
Yeah, and this game, GOEX hasn't gotten the lead that he would want to on himself, and it does seem like the tank jungle for Imans 5 isn't what they really should go for. isn't their kind of playstyle, I would say. As Homeless Master hasn't had a lot of pressure on the map, and he can't really 1v1 anybody, so he has to like kind of count on his teammates, and it does seem like they perform better when he's on a carry champion.
Yeah, well, Fiora will have a bit of free farm right now already with Ravenous Hydra, and the Stinger is looking to finish up that Trinity foes, but he's still a long way to that.
And Deity goes on to Fabi. Fabi does use On the Hunt and is going to be snared, and that is going to most likely be a dead Fabi.
And it is. Telgen gets the kill. Now Rutsko is next one. Pretty low. Now Godux goes in, gets the kill on Arlight, still heals up. And well, double kill goes down to Telgen. Deity, full HP, wants to frontline this, but it seems like they will just go for the Baron right now. But they have to be careful since Sejuani is right around the corner. She has the smite, and she can go for the steal, and let's see if they can do it. They're pretty low. It's pretty early in the game. Faison is looking to poke them down. Now let's see, a lot of damage coming through. Now they cannot continue this, or can they? SD wants it, his team doesn't.
Yeah, and they will back off. The Faison Faison's poke was enough to distort Falcon eSports.
And well, Godux with the big plays going in 1v3, getting 1v4, getting a kill and lasting longer than Falcon eSports expected.
Yeah, and right now, they just have to find a way to get to Deity. If they can kill Deity, then they should be able to win fights. So I think if Godux can 1v1 a Caitlyn or burst her and then die, then they could win the team fight from that.
And well, Godux, Rutsko and Almost Master in trouble. They will just run away, but the whole jungle is dominated by Falcon eSports vision.
Yeah, but Rutsko is trying his hardest to get some of that vision back and negate some of the vision there. Infex just trying to defend.
And the Baron is started again. Infex is just playing with them, trying to persuade them not to go in, and it's going to be a CC chain, and Baron is taken. Now Bramalt comes down. Fabi tries to DPS down the Telgen, and he manages to, but it's a trade between the both junglers.
Yeah, and
Acidi from the side will get the 3-man ultimate into a 2-man knockup. Now Deity gets 1, Deity gets 2. Fabi tries to equalize this, but he's just too far behind. Quadra kill comes down from Deity, and that's an ace for Falcon eSports. They're looking to finish the game. They have the Baron, they have the minions, and that should be it. And well, that is going to be 1-1 between Falcon eSports and Imantis 5, and 2 1-1s in one day.
That's a rare.
That's pretty crazy.
That's a first one.
And those are the top teams, I would say, like the top 5 teams playing. Now Homeless gets a kill because Infrex executed in the fountain, and the second game goes through, and a victory for Falcon eSports in 25 minutes.
And this game was a lot cleaner than the first one. And yeah, this seems like if Imantis 5 don't go with the carry jungler, they can't really do as much as they could do if they would have went with the carry jungler. So I don't know why they decided to go with the Sejuani this time and not with the Shyvana, because I think that the one thing that they lacked is that early pressure to help out bot lane, to help out mid lane. Well, they didn't really need help mid lane, but they really needed assistance on bot, so that Sivir would get some items and would be able to start doing some damage in the team fights.
And yeah, talk about damage. We have Deity frontlining, trying to do the same as Fabi did in the first game, and he did it successfully. 19k for the Caitlyn, almost twice as much as the next biggest damage dealer on his team. Meanwhile, well, facing just getting a lot of poke damage.
Yeah, it's usually easy to get a lot of damage with something like Ezreal and Karma, with Talia,
Xerath,
yeah, and Six, because you just poke them all the time. and that's why you get damage. But really well played from Falcon eSports in the second game. Knew the mistakes that they were making in the first one. Were able to kind of get back from not like getting tilted from the first game, getting back to the second game and winning that for themselves.
And well, we are going to have a word with Falcon eSports, specifically Deity, in about 2 minutes. So don't go anywhere, because we'll be right back. And welcome back, and we are in the post-game interview with Deity from Falcon eSports. Hello Deity, how are you doing today?
Okay.
Okay, that's great to hear. So we're gonna have a couple questions for you. First one's going to be, next week is going to be the last week and you're playing against NACL. So what do you think how that matchup is going to go?
I didn't really watch many games of NACL. I guess we're just gonna focus on ourselves.
Okay, great. Now, what about, well, after this game went 1-1 and now there's a lot of teams contesting for the LAN. Do you think is Falcon eSports going to go to the LAN, and which are going to be the 4 teams in your opinion?
Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna go to LAN. We're looking pretty strong right now. I think the 4 teams are gonna be Iron Wolves, us, Public Enemy, and maybe Mantis 5.
Okay, great. And we have one question from Cookie as well. So, what do you think? What do you have to say, Cookie?
So, Deity, as you know, BSL has 10 teams, so that's 10 ADCs. Could you name the top 3 ADCs in the BSL League, in your opinion?
In order?
Yes.
Okay. Optimus, Deity, and Deity.
Okay, really nice answer. Thank you, Deity, for the interview. That was Deity, Falcon Esports AD carry. I was Cookie. Together with me was Derek Danger. Thank you for watching. But wait, before we go off, we have to give away the ticket of today.
So pretty much this is the last. Oh yeah, not the last moment anymore. Anyways, so we're going to announce the winner for the 2-day ticket to the Hypertown Riga Expo. What you had to do today, and there's going to be plenty of more days for you to try to get to win the giveaway if you did not manage to do it today. But yeah, what people had to do was be really active in the chat, write a lot of things, write a lot of banter, just participate in the action, participate in the fun days, not the Fridays yet,
Yeah.
It's only Mondays, fun days Mondays this time. And now, do we have a winner?
Drum roll, please.
Drum roll, please. And, well, this time we got the winner, and the name is...
Basilisk!
It's Basilisk! Whoa! So, Basilisk, congratulations! You'll get 2 tickets to the Hypertown Riga Expo.
1 ticket.
1 ticket to the
To
2
the days.
for the both days. So, congratulations! You'll be contacted by
Our crew, our management.
by our officials.
Yeah, officials. Yeah.
And yeah, well, talking about today, we had two 1-1s. It's pretty exciting. All the teams which are contesting for the top 4. And yeah, we started with Keep Yourself Live versus Žalgiris eSports 1-1 there. Pretty interesting games. And then followed up by Imans 5 versus Falcon Esports. I would say the first game was super exciting in this matchup, and the second one, well, it was a stomp from Falcon Esports. They just out-macroed. Imans 5 played a Caitlyn composition, took turret by turret, and took the victory pretty convincingly. Yeah. Now, tomorrow, we'll have one matchup, Team Solomata versus Vegan Unifor.
Yeah, and I'm really hyped to see that matchup because if this would have been week 1, I would say that this is going to be a boring matchup and Team Solomata will win. But now Vegan Unifor are looking so strong, and same as Team Solomata have been looking better and better. The last 2 weeks from TSM haven't looked that good, but they just want to bounce back even stronger and try to make that last push to the lines. And yeah, on Friday we'll have Surreal Gaming versus NACL, and to finish off the week we'll have Team Coinful Gaming play against Iron Wolves.
Well, the hype matchup. Well, I would say the Iron Wolves playing is always pretty hype, and that's what we're going to see for Friday. But for now, me, Derek Danger, and Cookie. Well, yeah, thank you for watching. Be here tomorrow. And well, yeah, have a wonderful evening.
Goodbye.
I can never forgive Lakita for murdering our mother.
I've been cooperating, you're just not listening.
You're not listening to me.
Pasaules top seriāli. Skaties visas sezonas uzreiz visos tavos ekrānos. Shortcut films. Tikai 6 eiro mēnesī. Shortcut. Tu redzēsi.
You spray. You awkward. You're gold. Smell fresh all day with new Axe Gold Body Spray.